What's going on, family? Welcome back to Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. You already know that as you're coming into this space, I am sending you all of the good energy and positive vibes that you may need at this time. Before we get into your reading, I definitely want to go ahead and let you know that if you are interested in booking a private session with me, personal session with me, or follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of that information will be in the description box below. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel and you know that you like good energy and positive vibes, then make sure you subscribe. These messages will always be healing and empowering messages. Regardless of the situation at hand, it's definitely going to put you in a position to be able to move forward. All right? Now, with that being said, spirits, you know what it is that we need to hear. Can you give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message with an open mind and an open heart? Can you please give me the words to be able to articulate the message that you would like for us to be able to receive? We got a couple. Well, we got a few. Let's see. Okay, so we need about 3 more left. Can we get the 3 cards that we need left on the table? This reading is going to be for us all for the month of March. I am in the Thoth Tarot deck right now, and I will do some clarifications, okay? And then I'll go into the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck and get an affirmation card or 2 or something before we get up out of here. My apologies if y'all can hear whatever type of truck that is outside. Hopefully it's not louder than me. Thank you. Interesting. Underneath it all, we got the 7 of Cups. So listen, there's an energy of needing to get rid of anything that does not serve you, right? And you pay attention to this based on your emotions. You pay attention to this based on the things that make you feel like, ugh, right? Because if you look at this card, this energy, this is like a swamp. This is like, this is your cups, and everything that's not actually needed in your cups are coming out, okay? Again, and underneath that, there's the 5 of Cups. Is there anything behind there? Underneath there is the 5 of Cups. So anything that causes you some type of discouragement or disappointment, these are the things that you want to start getting out of your energy, getting out of your space, okay? Now, let's get into the reading. I definitely feel like this is a season. Tis the season. This is the season of victory, of balance, of all the things that you have been waiting and or looking for. Okay? You're going to start realizing that this is not something that you have to find. It's something that you have to create. It's something that you have to tap into. You following me? It's really all about getting to you. Let me show y'all this first card. The first card is the 6 of Swords, okay? And on this card, it says victory at the bottom. That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like this is the season. You've been probably feeling like stuff just keep on happening. Things are just happening, unfortunately, but it's happening for a reason, and you have to understand that. It's happening so that you can become aware of what you need to get rid of, what you need to let go of, what's not emotionally serving you. Because what I sense that people do not realize initially is that your emotions, like the way that you feel, that's how you speak to the universe based on your feelings. So you can be in a situation to where you're saying certain things out of your mouth. I want to have this, or I need that, right? But you feel irritated and annoyed inside because you don't have that thing that you're searching for already. Especially when it's something, I guess, tangible. Okay? This is a time for you to really start focusing on your foundation. Not you and your partner, not you and your friends, like your personal foundation. What is it that you're trying to create for yourself? Like when you take away all of the labels that society puts on you or your family and friends, or you know what I'm saying, when you take away that stuff, how do you see yourself showing up? Who are you? It's time for you to start tapping into that, figuring that out for yourself. And once you do that, listen here. Once you do that, this is the card of fortune, good destiny. This is how you start opening the door. This is how you start opening the doors to your success. And that's in any area and aspect of your life, because once you get into alignment with your truth and who you are, and like once you get into alignment with that, you're no longer in a position to be having to chase any type of energy, love, money, none of that. You're not putting once you open yourself up to getting in alignment with you, this is when the shift starts to happen. This is when you start to recognize and realize how much you actually love yourself, how much you actually love, period. But it definitely starts with you. Forgiveness has been on my mind, on my heart for the last couple of days. Coming and showing up saying, like, forgive yourself first. Forgive yourself for being hard on yourself. Forgive yourself for not speaking up for yourself. Forgive yourself for whatever you may feel like you need to forgive yourself for. Even when you just pay attention to how you talk to yourself and how you think about yourself on a day-to-day basis, you may need to forgive yourself for that. Damn, I can't never do nothing right. What? You learning. Just like I had to talk to I was on live and I was telling him, nobody came and gave you a handbook, right? You see how these cards come with this guide to kind of like guide you in a way? Nobody came and was like, here's the book of life and this is what you need to use in order for you to move along. You're figuring this shit out as you go. So you can't go through a financial crisis and then open the book and be like, financial crisis. To get out of the financial crisis, you need to. That's not how this is happening. We're actually having to figure things out as we go, and that's okay. I don't care how old you are or what type of educational background you have. Life experience, right? Your life experiences are going to always be your best teacher. So instead of saying like, I should have been knew this already. Okay, whether you shoulda, coulda, woulda, you didn't, and that's okay. You're learning now. Be okay with that. Be okay with that. And just pay attention to, again, your thoughts. Because I'm going to say this time and time again, Spirit doesn't only speak to you, Spirit speaks through you. And sometimes we can be in a low vibrational energy, and that's why we see low vibrational messages where we kind of attack ourselves, where we be beating ourselves up, where we be self-sabotaging. You understand where I'm coming from? But once you start to raise your vibration and realize that your thoughts is what's creating your reality, you'll make that shift that's necessary. It's your season. Appreciate that. Like, yeah, you had to go through some things in order for you to get into this space. However, now it's time to start creating what it is that you want to create. So there's no need to keep on holding on to the past and the past energies. And I always tell you, it's not that I am dismissing what has happened. It's not that I'm trying to justify what certain people have done to you. No, that's not it. My intention is to let you see that moving forward, you don't have to hold on to that energy. You can transmute that into something beautiful if you so choose to. And it's very possible. It is very possible. I can't make that up. Now, once you start to, let me just show you what's going on here. Once you start to realize that you are creating your reality, right? That's this card. Once you start to realize that you are creating your reality, and I don't want you to forget that your creative energy and your sexual energy pretty much like come from the same space, right? Your sexual energy is your creative energy. On the bottom of this card, it says lust. So you may be in a position to where you're lusting for certain things. It doesn't even have to be a person. It's just the energy of lust. And based on the ways of the world, we are shown so much shit that does not even matter on a soul level, right? Which is keeping you disconnected based on the Hermit card from who you truly are, like from tapping into yourself, from actually figuring you out. Right? Do y'all see this card? So if I turn this card right side up, this always looks like a sperm cell to me. And like it's trying to fertilize whatever this is. But this is your hand trying to pull out that light that's inside of you. Okay? Trying to pull out that light before it's even been fertilized. However, with it being in reverse, it's like, okay, there's some resistance to allowing this fertilization to take place. There's some resistance to wanting to pull out that light. Everybody has gone through something, some type of challenge, some type of struggle. Make sure that you're not trying to compare your situation or your outcome thus far to somebody else's, because y'all are not the same. Some of y'all experiences may be very, very similar, but the way that you operate and the way that you process information, maybe I should flip that. The way that you process information and the way that you operate, it's not the exact same. Even like your parents are the ones who, your guardian, parents and or guardian, whoever raised you, y'all may not think the same way in every area and aspect of life. They have their way of thinking, you got your way of thinking. They have their way of doing, you have your ways of doing. The same thing goes with the rest of your siblings or the rest of your family members, your friends, your partner, your kids, or whatever the case may be. You have to understand that to each his own. Basically, to each his own. Understand that to each his own. And when you realize that, you'll be able to start feeling a different way about things or even people. Because with the Ace of Cups being in reverse, it's almost like the thing, like you're focused on the more low vibrational things. So whether those are your fears, whether they are your insecurities, whether they are your flaws, whether they are the challenges and obstacles, right? When you're in that energy, you're not making way or space for you to be able to align with more high vibrational things. And what I mean when I'm saying high vibrational things is pretty much the things that you know you desire to have, right? If you actually acquired them, how would they make you feel on the inside? They would make you feel good, at peace, joyful, happy, stable, secure, whatever it may be for you, right? It will make you feel a more high vibrational thing. So when you go into your day-to-day living and you're only paying attention to the experiences or the events and situations and circumstances that make you feel irritated, aggravated, annoyed, stressed out, depressed, frustrated, angry, jealous, so on and so forth. If you are feeling that all the time, that's the energy that you are putting out for the universe to communicate with. So if you always feeling these things that are low vibrational, those are the experiences you're going to create for yourself, because where your focus goes is where the energy grows. And if you focus on feeling like that all the time, now, the spiritual realm thinking like this is what they like. They're focusing on that, so that's what they want. Give them more of that. Now your car acting up, your tire done went flat, your friends talking behind your back, and your partner then got caught cheating on you, or now they don't want to be with you, or your money looking funny and stuff like that. The things that are going to happen, you create these experiences, right? You create these experiences again based on the way you feel. So you know how they tell you, what you put out is what you get in. What you get in is what you put out. So just start being a little bit more mindful of the energy that you're exuding. For real, for real. Doing these things, just listen to me. Just listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. When you start making the shifts that need to be made in your thinking, this is how you overcome all of the energy on the table. Like shifting that, and then again starting with yourself, starting to really love yourself. Open your heart so that you can align with the abundance, the prosperity, the love, the healing, and things of that nature. Y'all need to really get into some chakra work and start from the rooter to the tutor, from the root chakra up to your crown chakra. There's a number of different things. I may even create a guide where it's giving up the information to help you or assist you with your healing. Excuse me. Now, we're about to go into the clarifying. I'm just trying to feel where they want me to go when it comes to the clarifications. So we're going to start with the fortune card. Remember, it's talking about good fortune, good destiny, making shifts, not doing the whole 360, because if you do that 360, you're going to be back where you started from, right? So you just want to do a 180 so you can get to the other side of the spectrum. Spirit, can we have the cards that are going to help us clarify? Understand the fortune card. Anything that does not make you feel high vibrational, pay attention to it. Just pay attention to it. Thank you. Clarifying the fortune card, we got the Knight of Cups, we have the Chariot, and then we have the Eight of Discs in reverse. Give to yourself more, moving forward, okay? Spirit is saying give to yourself more, moving forward. And I'm not talking about like the materialistic stuff. I'm not talking about, going out and going to go buy a new bag or buy some new J's or buy whatever it is that's not really going to add value to your life. All right, so say for instance there's a class coming up that's going to help you better yourself, and the class may cost $200, but you only have $100 at the time. Then you like, well, I ain't got all the money for the class, so I'm just gonna go over here and buy this new shirt. That new shirt really it's not gonna put into you how that knowledge gonna put into you, you know what I'm saying? So make way, make space. Even if you gotta hold on to the $100 that you have, and then let that other 100 come to you, because Spirit knows what you need. Spirit knows what it is that you're trying to do. So if you can just be faithful, right? If you can just have faith that I don't got it all right now, but I know it's gonna come. I'm gonna hold on to this $100 because I need to take that class. Somebody might send you a cash app just like that. When you wake up in the morning, you may have an extra $100, or something's going to happen. Something's going to give, because Spirit knows that you want to take that class. You understand where I'm coming from? This don't have to be the particular situation. Just follow the energy that comes from the scenario that I'm using. Start putting into yourself. Start investing in yourself. If you couldn't take the class, you want to take the class that's $200, the money still don't come in, go get some books. Now you're going to invest the money, the time, the energy. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And that when you invest in yourself, this is a way to show yourself like some genuine love, because now you're pouring into yourself, and it's not something that can be taken away. It's not something that you can lose, right? When you start gaining knowledge, getting game, this is something that you have now. This is your intellectual property, right? That can't be taken away from you. However, if you go spend the money on a shirt, I can steal the shirt from you tomorrow. I can steal the shirt from you. I can snatch your bags out your hand when you coming up out of the store. I wouldn't do that, but somebody may. Somebody may. So that's what, in order to change your situation, start giving to yourself more. Start investing in yourself more and trusting the process. It's not going to change completely overnight. But each time you do something, you're getting a step closer. Sometimes we be getting discouraged because we don't feel like it's happening fast enough. Time is merely an illusion, like for real, for real. I be tripped out because it's like how we all on the same earth and it's different time zones everywhere. It can be today for me, it'll be tomorrow on the other side of the country. How does that work? Time is like man-made. It's how they keep up with their own shit. So don't be so distracted by it is what I want to say. Next, Spirit, can we have the cards that we need in order for us to clarify the Hermit, please? Hey. I like it. Spirit, can we have one more card? Okay. Look, okay. So we got the Ace of Discs, we have the Three of Swords, and then we also have the Aeon, clarifying the Hermit. Now remember, the Hermit card was the one talking about like that fertilization happening and you pulling out this light within you. New beginnings is there. New beginnings are right there in the front. So it's not even like you're going to have to put in so much work, like, and it's going to just be tearing you down through the process. It's right there, right in the front. Right in the front is the new beginning. And then comes you, like, here you come with your overthinking. Or here you come with, like, how you looking at the situation. I done tried this, or I tried this one time. I just tried it and it didn't work. So it's not going to work. Or you get what I'm saying? You have to be willing to see things through. You really got to be willing to see things through. The change is right there in the forefront. You just have to change your way of thinking about things. If you come out of the energy of feeling discouraged all the time when something don't go the way you wanted to the first time and become determined for it to happen that way, listen. It's right there waiting for you. Whoever built the light bulb, if I'm not mistaken, they had to do what 1,000 times. Sometimes you gotta try 1,000 times before you get it right, but you ain't supposed to give up. Sometimes you just gotta modify, make certain adjustments. If you have a plan and you want it to work this way the first time and it doesn't, just like this, the scientific method. When you go in, you have what is it called? I don't even remember how the scientific method goes. But I know it's 7 steps, and I know that at some point you have a question or you have something, and then you have to experiment, and then you have to guess and figure out how it may turn out, and then you have to figure out, like, okay, did it work or not? And if it doesn't work, then you have to go back and you have to repeat the steps until you get the result that it is that you're seeking. Am I wrong? Even though I'm not like right on point, I know I'm not wrong. I know that this is something that I've been taught. I know that at some point, like, you have a question and you have a thesis and you have to experiment and you have the results and you have to keep on going until it works out. So start looking at your goals like that if you have to. Life is like a whole bunch of scientific method type shit going on. Don't be discouraged. Turn that discouragement into determination. Because you can be all in your feelings that it's not working out how you thought it was the first time. You can be in your feelings about that, right? But on the other side of that spectrum, what's happening? You know what? I'm about to do this. I am about to do this. I don't care. Yeah, it didn't work. Like, it don't make sense to you, but I'm finna figure this out because it has to work. God gave me a vision. I seen the vision. I don't know how I got there, but I seen it. So now I'm about to get there. I'm determined to get to where God showed me I was going to be. And you see it all the time. Quit playing. Spirit, Can we have the cards to clarify the Ace of Cups in reverse? I'm just saying. I am just saying. And I ain't trying to come off aggressive or nothing. I am just saying. Y'all see, I think y'all seen that. I wasn't looking up over here, so I don't know if, I wouldn't know if y'all seen it, but I think y'all seen how those cards came out like that. The first card that we had, I get you. Yes. 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 It's time to start creating. It's time to start manifesting. And when you manifest, you just, that vision that you see, it's a vision that you see. And then you bring that into reality. And it's dope because I was just saying before these cards even came out that God is showing you a vision. God has shown you a vision. You just got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. And I'm going back just a little bit when I was talking about the discouragement and the determination. You have to make a decision because you can't be in two places at once. You can't be happy and sad at the same time. So if you want to feel discouraged about it, do that. If you want to be determined about it, do that. But it's definitely time for you to start creating. It's definitely time for you to start creating. And manifestation does not happen without the action, boo. This clarification message was just like so on point. So on point. So on point. Because we have create in all areas and aspects of your life, right? Then you have to put in the action. When you're manifesting and you're visualizing all the things that you want, next comes the action that needs to be taken. What you worried about? Why is you worried about it? What are you worrying for? You got all of this good ass energy that's popping up, and then you want to start wondering or worrying if it's going to work out. Make it work out. Make it work out. It's going to work out however you make it work out. So don't be so caught up on how things are supposed to happen or how you think they're supposed to go. Don't be so caught up on that part, right? Stay focused on your end goal. Stay focused on your end goal. I'm not saying live in the future or be there, but you can always go into your mind's eye and you can look like, where am I going? And you can reconfigure the plan as much as you need to. It's okay. Just because it doesn't work out the first time, the first type of way, it does not make you a failure. It don't mean that you don't know what you're doing. It means that you're figuring it out as you move forward. It means that you're learning along the way. Listen, child. And we all probably grown here, okay? Just know that this is your season. And it's up to you. It is up to you. Yo reading, the reading started off with the Six of Wands, talking about victory. You about to overcome everything on this table that you feel like is standing in your way. You're about to have a season of realization, and you probably already feeling it. You probably already in it, but then you're just allowing that fear to keep you in that space. You don't want to seem a certain type of way. You don't want to make it seem like you don't know what you're doing. Listen, stop worrying about stuff like that. And if somebody else is telling you like you don't know what you're doing, how would they know if they've never done it? They ain't never tried entrepreneurship. How they know if it's gonna work out for you or not? You know? Spirit, can you please give us the cards that we need out of the chakra wisdom oracle set? Okay. I thought that something may have flipped over, but I think what flipped over fell out. We got two cards that came out of here. The first one is isolation. Isolation. It may take a step back. take a step back from the people that you surround yourself with every day, from your everyday thing. Like, now it's time for you to pull back just a little bit. One thing that I've noticed is that when CV-19 was going on, right? At that time when CV-19 was popping off, people were being so productive. They was like really getting in tune with themselves. They was really figuring some stuff out. You feel me? We was really figuring stuff out because we were able to take a step back. We weren't so distracted by our everyday lives that we were distracted by. You had so much time to get in tune with yourself, to start recognizing and realizing certain things about you. So it's necessary. It's necessary to take a step back at times so that you can look at your life from a whole different perspective, so that you can really like check yourself. Okay? And when it says like check yourself on all the things that you're worried about, all the things that you're afraid of. And ask, like, what am I so afraid of? Why am I allowing these things to really keep me from being who I know I'm destined to be? Okay? And then you want to have gratitude. Be thankful and be grateful for all things. Okay? Gratitude. Sometimes we look at life and we don't really be in a position where we are appreciating what we have. I talked about this on live. I was watching America's Got Talent or something, right? And I was watching America's Got Talent, and there was this young lady from Brazil who was born with no arms. She was born with no arms. So she didn't have the opportunity to have experience with her arms, but she didn't have arms. So she was brushing her teeth with her feet. She was drinking out of mugs with her feet. She was doing everything that we get to do on a daily basis with our arms and our hands with her feet. And it's like, dang, I didn't really have to be born with arms. I need to be more appreciative of what I actually have. I may not have this $1 million mansion. I may not have, certain things that other people may have. I'm okay with that. I have what I need in order for me to create what I desire to have, if I'm determined to do so. So just be thankful. Just be appreciative. And those, like, you just gotta find those moments. You just gotta find those things that are there for you to appreciate, which is a number of things. Thankful for the experiences, even though they may have seemed trying and troublesome and challenging and unfortunate. Those experiences, they taught you something. They gave you something that only life can give you. I'm just listen. That goes back into that mindset thing. Shifting it from one side of the spectrum to the other. We're about to get the affirmation card, and then after that we'll get up out of here. When I just looked up, it was at 33:33. Okay? It was at 33:33. It says, I am courageous and I stand up for myself. The affirmation is, I am courageous and I stand up for myself. That's something that you need to know. That's something that you need to repeat. You need to feel that in your spirit. I am courageous and I stand up for myself. Everybody not gonna like how you stand up for yourself, especially if you've been quiet your whole life. If you've avoided conflict your whole life. Not saying that you gotta go up in there and turn up, but exercising your throat chakra and being able to speak up for yourself is major. Major, major. It says, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. Facts. Everybody ain't gonna like it. Be okay with that. Be okay with being you. Fall in love with being yourself instead of trying to force yourself to fit inside of this box that somebody else has labeled for you when it's not even your size. If you wear a size 6 or a size 12 or a size 10 and somebody gave you a shoe that was 2.5 sizes too small, is you gonna try to force your foot in it? It'll be very uncomfortable, wouldn't it? Listen, March is all about new beginnings. Now is the time for you to decide whether or not you're ready for them. That is what I have on the table for us today. I definitely thank you and appreciate you for being here. Until next time, love, enjoy yourself.